Hello viewers, I am Lalita HariPriya, pursuing third year BTech in CSSE from Lendi Institute of Engineering Technology. In a part of our ELCS lab, we have given a case study to interview our senior, which helps us to build our skills and improve our work regarding the challenges in the interview time and all that. So today we have Viswasri, who has a 1 year experience in TCS. Okay, hi Viswasri,
Hi, hi, Priya.
how are you?
Yes, I'm good. How about you?
Yeah, I'm good. Thank you. So can you please share about you?
Yes. So I am Vishwasri. I have been working in TCS for the past 1 year. I got this job in the campus interview, and I have been working as a system engineer since the beginning to now, and I have an experience of 1 year, 3 months, kind of.
Can you please share your journey about the communication skills?
Okay, so communication skills basically play a very important role when you are facing an interview. They actually look at the way how you are speaking, what are your what is your proficiency in English. We do not have much awareness when we are studying in the final year. We just have a basic English knowledge. But when it comes to IT industry, we really must have a very good communication skills. We must be able to speak English fluently, and Hindi will be a better option as well. But they actually see your communication skills and the confidence level while you are speaking anything, the way that you give the answers, the way you are, what do we say, the way how you are presenting what you are telling, all this kind.
Thank you. Okay, can you also please share what are the skills regarding the interview other than the communication skills can also help us?
Yes, definitely. Basically, communication skills is the very most important thing because though we are not having I would not say communication skill is the only key that is needed, but it also plays a major key role. But including that, we must also have some technical knowledge. Whatever we are having knowledge, we must be very much thorough in that. If as a final year student, what I used to face is I used to know when it comes to a technical interview, I used to know only one or two programming languages. But what I came to know after facing two or three interviews is like we must be knowing like we must be able to answer whatever question. See, it is not important to learn multiple programming languages, though we have to learn two or three. But out of them, one have to be very much thorough. We have to know each and every whatever question they ask, whatever problem they give us to solve in coding, we must be able to solve at least in one particular language. That is the most important thing. Other languages, everything will be same. When we have the idea to how to solve a problem, then all of them will be the same. But the only difference that we have in all the programming languages is the syntaxes or the way they write it. But the logic and the output will be the same. So what we must be knowing is we have to know the basics of all three languages. But in one particular language, we must be very much thorough in knowing them.
Can you please share your journey regarding your coding regarding?
Yeah, that is what I told. Regarding coding, we must be able to pick up one particular language which we are familiar with and nourish it more when we are practicing it. Because learning N languages will not help. We must know two or three, but one particular language we must be able to solve and explain whatever they are.
So communication skills also help us, and besides, coding skills also need to be improved in us towards a job. Thank you. Can you also please share what are your certifications you have done or the internships to achieve your job?
Yes, actually, I have done one internship when I was in my final year. I have done it for a period of month on full stack web development. But I wouldn't say I will say that internship will be helpful, but it must be a good one. Like, I did not do a proper internship, frankly speaking, because I do not have much knowledge in full stack web development. But we must do any of the internship in the final year, so that is why I have picked it. But I would say it is just helpful for me to put it in my resume. But I wouldn't say I was much aware of it, but I just did the internship. It would be better if we choose a particular, if we must have an idea of what we know, what is the caliber and everything. Once we have an idea, we'll be able to choose the right internship. That would be helpful for us because when they ask, this is not my domain, what I'm doing what I'm doing the internship. When they will ask me the questions about it, I must be able to face the interviewer. So it would be, I would suggest it would be better if we choose something that we are very prominent with.
So we should be more intelligent in choosing our internships while doing the jobs and during the placements.
Yes,
Can you
yes.
also please share your journey about your interview?
So yeah, my interview, my there when I was facing an interview, when I was placed in TCS, we have 4 rounds. One is the written one, where we'll be giving 3 phases of question. One is quant, other one is verbal, and the other one is coding. We'll be giving 2 codes. One is easy one and one is medium to hard level. Once after we solve both of the questions in coding, we will be selected to the second round. Second round will be technical interview for us. And in the technical interview, my interview was about 1.5 hour almost. Only technical interview was 1.5 hour. So there, when we are putting something in our resume, we must be very clear about what we are putting, because from the top to bottom of the resume, we don't know what they choose because they interviewer doesn't know about us. He'll just look into our resume and he'll keep on asking questions. When he asks a question, we'll tell an answer. He'll be asking a counter question again to the answer that we gave. So it will be a chain of questions. It will not be like in a particular domain. When he asks you what language you are familiar with, we must be able to tell confidently that okay, I'm familiar with C++. Then we must be able to answer whatever question he asks, because when we tell something, we must be confident while we are telling. Here, when we don't, though we don't know sometimes the technical answers, language will also help very much here. When we are confident, he'll think that, okay, we don't know if the interviewer is from the same domain or not, because interviewer, it's not sure that he will be knowing C++. He'll just ask the question. We must be telling it confidently. Once we tell it confidently, let it be a correct answer or wrong answer. But we have to stick to our word, what we are telling. He'll try to confuse us. No, no, this is not this, that, like that. But we shouldn't confuse. Whatever we are telling, we must be confident and we should tell that. Yeah, so I was asked a question on my coding skills, and he asked me to share my screen and code as well. He gave me a question, I did the code, and once it was successfully executed, then he have continued asking me many different questions from the domain that he is working as well. Uh, we must be having knowledge on each and everything, like how the things are going, what is the latest technology that is being used, all the things. But when it comes to our personal, like our thing, what they are asking, it should be everything from our resume. It will be everything definitely from our resume. So we have to keep in mind when we are preparing a resume and giving it to them.
Okay, can you please share some tips regarding the interview to uplift my interview skills and during my placements?
Yes. So what I would tell is, first of all, be confident when you are telling the answer, whatever it may be. Do not get tensed or whatever. And when I was facing the interview, also it was my first one, and it was also the first interview, first in the morning at 9 o'clock. It was starting with me. The total interview process was starting with me. So I was very tense. I did not have any inputs, how they are asking, nothing. But the thing is, we must be confident. And whatever we are mentioning in the resume, we must be, everything we must be knowing it in detail. And I would suggest to pick up any one particular language and have good knowledge on the language. Like uh, when it comes to coding, you must be able to solve any kind of question what they will definitely not ask you in a higher level. They will ask you in an easy and medium level. Nothing will be in higher standards out of your standard. But the thing is how confidently, how intelligently you're solving. One person may be able to solve the particular coding problem in an hour, but that is not important. There we must be attentive and we must be solving the question in very little time. They'll not hurry up you, but they'll get to know what is your confidence level. We are able to solve what is the logic that you are putting. It will it take lesser time or it will be long, that kind of things. So I would suggest you to have proper knowledge on one particular language, and whatever you are putting in your resume, have knowledge on everything. Like have you must be able to explain whatever question he has. Though he'll ask you what is your name, why was your name Haripriya, you must be able to answer it. Why it was Haripriya. So we cannot expect this will be the question. They may ask anything. We must be able to answer it confidently.
So being confident and aware of your things or any particular language and your resume will make you well and good in the coding and in the job actually. So can you also
Yes.
please share your resume journey, or how did you make your resume, the tips you give us to make a resume more better for a placements period?
Yes, when you are creating your resume, internship will be definitely helpful. Uh, Actually, frankly speaking, your luck also play a bit role when you are expressing an interview. Because when we do some internship and we put it in the resume when we don't have any knowledge about it, but still when the interviewer will not ask us about that, it's fine. But I would say we adding something in the resume that we are proper aware of it will be helpful. We must be adding our languages that we know, and the coding languages, the speaking languages that we know, and the internships that we have done, and what kind of skills that you have, both technically and positives, negatives, all these things, and negatives also. You must not tell that when they'll ask you what is your strength and what is your weakness kind of question. You must not tell that my weakness is my mother, my strength is my father. Those kind of answers will not impress the interviewer. You have to tell them your weaknesses and positives in uh, a bit at least related to technically, not completely, but like a solving is my positive thing. I will be able to solve problem quickly is my positive thing. That kind of things must be included in the resume.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much for your valuable time. So viewers, this is our interview with Viswasri. Thank you so much. So we should be, in a simple words, we should be very positively and confidently to make our part in interviews. So thank you for your valuable time. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Haripriya. All the best for your interviews.